Our fourth school featured is Missouri S&T. The Miners finished number 24 in the rankings last year at 10-1 and were second in the league play with a 7-1 mark. The lone loss coming to GLVC champion Indianapolis. Missouri S&T tied a single-season record for victories with 10 last year and enters the 2013 campaign with a new leader, first-year head coach Tyler Fenwick. Coach, congratulations on your new job.
Thank you.
Coach is joined today by junior wide receiver Leon Moody. Coach and Leon, thanks for joining us today. Coach, a little bit about the excitement surrounding the Miners this year as the 2013 season is upon us.
Well, I think anytime you come off of a 10-1 season, there's always excitement. The kids are eager; they're anxious to kind of get back out there. Defensively, we've got a lot of guys back, and so they really understand. They feel good about what they're doing. Offensively, I think there's probably excitement about just learning a new offense and learning what's going on, and so a little bit of the uncertainty, but the challenge, and trying to bounce back and continue the consistency and with new players and young players because of the graduation we had on offense.
Right. Well, we're going to talk about offense now, Coach. And
Okay.
Looking on the offensive side of the ball, the Miners ranked 7th nationally in scoring offense last year with more than 41 points per game. But only 2 starters returned to that unit, which I know you just mentioned you're well aware of. You come in after a 6-year stint as offensive coordinator at Missouri Western, and, of course, Jewel played him, so I know how good you were there. So you got a lot of experience. We scored the same amount of points last year en route to the MIAA championship. Talk about the process of reloading the offense and how you will implement your successful system.
We'll keep things simple, and we kept things simple at Western too. But we just try to teach it day by day and teach the system, and so that the kids understand it and learn it. We try to get them to believe that this is your offensive system, and get to the point where they feel like, okay, we can take pride in this, and we have to go out and execute it. And we're like I said, we're young and inexperienced, but I think we have good talent that's ready to step up and take it over and take it on.
Leon, you and senior Isaiah Culver are essentially the next man up following the departure of 2 senior first-team all-GLVC wideouts in Smoot Thomas and Joseph Hyman. You missed half the season last year due to injury, so talk about stepping into that role as a leader and how you and Isaiah can help keep the offense moving in the right direction.
Honestly, me and Isaiah have been working really hard this offseason, trying to come back from injury and being able to step up and make those plays. I know that it's my responsibility that when my number's called, that I have to make those plays. Another thing, even in practice, if the enthusiasm is down, then I know that it's my job to pick that up, make sure everyone is doing what they need to do, and basically being there, whatever my team needs me to do, be able to produce. Whether it's 4th and 1 and we need a big block, or 3rd and 8 we need a big catch. At the end of the day, I need to be there for my teammates.
Coach, we're going to talk a little bit about defense. You have 8 starters return to the defense unit. That was one of the best in the nation. The Miners led the nation in turnover margin by +2 per game, while finishing 2nd in sacks with a school record 45 and 5th in rushing defense as they allowed only 86.7 per game. The overall defensive unit finished 10th nationally with an average just at 293.1 yards per game. 17th in scoring defense at 18.6 points per game, and paced the GLVC in 5 total defensive categories. 7 of those 8 returners earned all GLVC distinction last year. Now that's a lot of statistics that you like to hear as a coach. Talk a little bit about the foundation for the season.
I think it's fun to watch our defensive personnel. I think they're all guys that when you watch them, when I watched them during spring practice, they fly around, they love to play football, they love contact, and they have that energy about them, and they understand what they're doing, and they go and they just fly to the ball and make tackles, and that's it's fun to see that. It's fun to see that kind of energy, and with the guys that are coming back, the experience that we have and the knowledge of the defense, and we've got some new wrinkles that are going to be thrown in there too, but it's really exciting to have that experience.
Well, they definitely have the stats to back it up, that's for sure. Let's talk a little bit about the 3rd phase, though, fellas, and that's specialty teams. And both of you can just chime in. Coach, why don't you start with that?
I think we've got our specialist back, our punter's back. Had a good year. He's got a real strong leg. He's great hang time, and so especially with the shield punt stuff, getting guys down there. It's an advantage that we have with having a guy that can get that kind of hang time. Our kickers, Peden, he's a kid that he's consistent. He really works at it. And then we've got another kid, Logan Turk, who's a kid that he's got a really strong leg. He's never really played a whole lot of football, but he's kind of coming along as a football kicker and did some kickoffs for us. And so he's got a strong leg and just kind of iron some things out as far as just being consistent.
Leon, I'm going to throw this question to you because you're the experienced one sitting up there. You've been around for a while. Leon, you have 2 home and 2 road non-conference games on the slate before opening on GLVC play on the road at Indianapolis. The second game of the year will be at Missouri Western, where Coach is very familiar with that area, and a place, like I said, the coaches worked and been very successful. Talk a little bit about the schedule this year and how important it is to get off to a good start like you guys did with the 4 straight wins last year.
Well, we come out the gate with a very strong opponent in Shadron State, and we have to be focused. That's why camp is so important. We have to get in, learn the new offense, master the new offense in such a short time. So repetition will definitely be important. And this season, this schedule is definitely stronger, but we need it because we went 10-1 last year, and they still didn't allow us into the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to the challenge and making sure that we do whatever we need to do to get those wins and making it to the playoffs this year.
How do you feel about that as a player in the 10-1 thing? I've got it. That's not on the script, so I just see that one in.
I mean, we worked really hard to really go eventually 10-1, but I mean, it's old now. It definitely hurt at first, but it's over with now. We got to do what we got to do to make sure that we get into the playoffs this season.
Well, good luck to you. Leon and Coach, thanks for joining us on the GLVCsports.com, and best of luck to you guys this season.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.